See, my problem with that being said is like, is it?
That's who the Giants were very high on, and the Browns are very high on Travis. Because nobody's given them an offer to trade up that's like mind blowing, so they're just gonna take what's best available.
I believe it when I actually see it in the draft. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right, fair enough, but that's what the consensus is looking like. That's where they're gonna go. Which I don't necessarily want to see Abdul there because I think he's light years better than Thibodeau. So him and Brian Burns is gonna be crazy.
You know why that doesn't matter to me? Because the Giants, and this is the dumbest kept secret. The rest of their defense is still shit. The only other two good players on their defense are Paulson Adebo and fucking Javon Holland.
You know that regardless, if you have a good D line, it takes pressure off your corners, your DBs. So they're gonna play better, I think.
That's fair, but if you have DBs who are bad when they're playing good coverage, that's where my problem is, and that's what the Giants have.
Right.
That's fair, but if you have DBs who that's wild. I was trying to share the stream. Good coverage, that's where my problem is, and that's what.
That's fair. Well, I think they'll be a lot better defensively this year. They'll be what they were supposed to be. What was it, like 2-3 years ago?
So I somewhat agree.
They'll be a better team.
They'll be a better team, but like how much better? Because the problem I have with the Giants is that they're bad up against the teams in their division.
But I feel like that's a normal thing, though.
Is it though? It's not normal usually.
You normally like, except for last year, there was only like, for me personally, obviously you guys had a lot of injuries. The Giants suck. We only had one competitive game against Washington, and that's the one we lost.
No, I agree, but that's my point. Like, games are usually split, except
we always have good games, though.
I know games are usually good. Don't get me wrong. The games with the Giants are usually good with us, even when Dak goes off and has the games that everybody know. But the series is usually split between the solid teams, regardless of what it is, and the Giants are never that.
Regardless, it's gonna be a great day.
Oh, record.
Todd, who do you think you're gonna grab?
Hopefully Cat. I hope Cat. I really do. But if Cat's not available and he ends up going top 10, not top 10 like everybody has it marked right now, then easily, and I mean easily, I would go ahead and take Matthew Golden. I wouldn't think about it. Because, and this is, Cowboys fans keep putting out these dumbass mock drafts where like, oh, we're taking 2 edges in the first 2 minutes. Why? Oh, because we need to compete for a while, and Sam Williams and Dante Fowler aren't. Nigga, this is the reason why y'all don't understand roster construction. It's not about Sam Williams and Dante Fowler. I get drafting an edge. I don't get drafting 2 because you need the depth.
I think people are scared of Michael right now. They're scared of that. What's going on there? I think that's why they're jumping the gun.
But like, okay, so even if you're scared, let me say you're scared. Nigga, it's not like Michael Parsons is leaving this team without you getting a first-round pick.
Yeah, but you're betting on whoever, if you do trade him, you're betting on that guy putting up production like Micah.
So to be fair, I don't think the production, because there are players that put up way better production than Micah. It's the impact. Yeah. What's up, Tanner? Because I really like. There's a lot of players who put up production that's better. That's just outright technically better than Micah Parsons. But the impact he has, the way he shifts defense, the way people ran at him because they knew if they did anything else, this nigga's gonna be down their neck as quick as they can fucking think about it. I'm getting my ass whooped. And I only had 3 characters because I didn't have enough time to pick. Fucking hate this goddamn clock.
I hope we go safety, bro. If not, I'll take a pass rusher.
I want a safety so bad.
You already have one.
First round, I want a wide receiver. I swear to God.
Who left?
You have the goal.
You the Undertaker at safety? Is that what you're talking about? The literal Undertaker?
You know what's crazy, Tanner? You're probably gonna end up getting Malachi Starks because they got this nigga Nick going in the top 15.
I would love that. I would love that. You said what one? 10 more. 4. You said 3 or 4.
Or Tanner, instead of helping out the Chiefs this year, you can help out us and trade back.
No, Brandon B better block Howie's fucking phone number. That's what
nah, I think we deserve Malachi. If not, I want that. What's his name? From South Carolina?
Talking about Shamar Stewart. I still think that's the wrong pick.
No. Nick.
The safety
Nick, yeah, the safety.
Nick. Yeah, you're talking about Nick. He's not making it that low.
He's tough. I want him too.
They got Nick going top 15. That's why I said they'll probably end up getting starts because they got a higher pick than y'all.
Yeah. What's good, bro?
Hey man, I'm good with either a safety or pass rusher. So.
The problem is, I think y'all would take Shamar Stewart if y'all gonna take pass rusher, and I don't think he's any good.
I need a DB of some kind in this first round. A DB or a linebacker. That's what I need in this first round.
Or just trade your pick to the G.
See, the thing with Howie as of recent is he will pick names. And it's worse the past couple of years.
And you guys are going to get Shedeur Sanders, the worst quarterback in the draft. So why don't you just...
They're not. They're going to go Cam. They're going Cam.
What?
There's no way they're going to go Cam.
What is your... They're going to go Cam, but I don't know how we haven't seen this story over the last, 4 years. This has been the exact same story. I don't think Cam Ward's going to be that.
Oh, yeah, what?
I think Cam Ward will be good.
I don't think he will be. But that's just me.
No. I told you.
I think Cam Ward is going to be much like Caleb was his rookie year, his entire career.
Who you want, Josh? Huh? Who do you want in the draft? Yeah.
I would love a receiver, but we don't take a
It is needed.
It depends, yo. That nigga. So let me ask you like this: if the top 5 offensive linemen, including Tyler Booker, because they got us mocking him too, is pissing me off, are all off the board by the time y'all go, y'all. You think you go lineman, or you think you just take the Matthew Golden that's sitting there?
I believe that we go O-lineman for some reason.
I don't like the O-lineman past the second. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But everybody been mocking us to get nigga Greg Zabel.
I don't like the O-lineman past the second.
I don't know.
I don't love Greg Zabel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't either. I got us with Luther, Matthew Golden, all them niggas still there. Like, why not? You should
no bullshit. And y'all need specifically guards, and you're taking a guy who only has tackles traits.
Yeah. That's just so trash, though.
Like, real talk, I think, ironically, because we're trying to trade back hard, I think y'all are one of the teams we probably end up talking to. Because if y'all can move up to 12 and take someone like Tyler Booker or someone like fucking Kelvin Banks, that'd be better.
It's gonna be a sad day too over here, Taj. My boy Dallas is going somewhere today.
He's like Dallas is going somewhere.
He is. He's going.
I know y'all are. I knew y'all weren't gonna pay him because y'all couldn't have. This is what I was talking about with your contracts were really friendly, but at some point the amount of players y'all had to pay was gonna be the problem.
It's not even that. I mean it is that, but at the same time, Howie knows what he's doing, so I never worry.
That's fair.
this before. The year we won the Super Bowl, he tried so hard to pay everyone now, like all the Super Bowl pieces, that we ended up, you know, not having money. Especially Carson. Carson was terrible. That contract was disgusting, and but Dallas also makes sense because although I still think he's a top 10 tight end.
He is, but the problem is he keeps getting injured, and he's not like 31, isn't he?
No, he'll be 30. He'll be 29, something like that. He's not 31 yet. He's still decently young. It's just, do you want to pay him?
But that's the problem. Is that decently young?
And you have to pay. I mean, for a tight end, for the past couple years, even Tanner said it. The best tight ends are really in their like prime
they're late. Yeah, you're right. They're in their late 20s. But that's from learning. But that's what I mean by like, once you hit 30, it really is. Should I pay you this contract or not? Because you do have 5 years left at max. Look at how fast Travis Kelce is the fucking plateau.
Yeah. So, well, I'm trying to think. Like this draft class that's incoming, the tight ends. Personally, I think this is the best.
Like that. Like think about it. That's why Jacksonville got off of. Everybody's like, why'd they get off of Evan Ingram? Because he's old, man.
Because they know this is the draft to replace. This is the one.
Well, no. To be fair, if that was the case, everybody would have this nigga Tyler Warren mocking them. Nobody knows what the Jags are gonna do.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is they could probably get a good one in the second.
Are you sure about that? Because
I think
I get it. There's a lot of tight ends people like in this draft, but to me there's only 2 stars in this draft.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily need a star. They don't. They just need someone who could develop. They don't need somebody with immediate impact. They're already getting what they need.
I disagree with that one. That was like people say Trevor Lawrence likes. Nah, Trevor Lawrence likes throwing it to his tight end. That is his real safety blanket.
What quarterback doesn't though? That's a safety blanket. Tight end.
No. But a lot of quarterbacks like for frame of reference, for frame of reference, a lot of quarterbacks like tossing it to the Patrick Mahomes is clear as day. Loves tossing it to the running back. Even when Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but a running back is also what you should be going to. It's a check down. It's your safety valve. It's your first read.
No, I agree with that. But there's a difference in a safety blanket and a safety valve.
Carson's gone.
No, I agree. There's a difference in a safety blanket and wait. There's a difference in a safety blanket and a safety valve. You're right. A running back is supposed to be a safety valve, not a safety blanket. It's not supposed to be the pass you go to on a check down and he gets 5 yards just because of his body length.
Yeah. See, the thing with Cam Moore too, which is gonna suck, he will have a lot of options. They're just old. Like Calvin Ridley's old. Tyler Lockett, you just saw he went there.
Big is okay.
The thing is,
I think will have a breakout year because, like I said, a rookie quarterback's best friend is his tight end.
I hope he does.
My thing is, nobody has talked about the problems that this nigga Cam Ward actually has from a schematic standpoint. This nigga is kind of jumpy. No. What I mean is, let me go and do it actually perfectly. Last year is a perfect example. You look at the way that Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels operate. You could see that Jaden Daniels could operate behind an offense. In fact, my only reservation was if he got hurt, and he didn't. Caleb Williams is a real schizophrenic-ass quarterback who doesn't rely on not having pressure and things like that. That's why I like Shedeur Sanders coming out this year. I think Cam Ward is terrible.
Some NFL coach buried the shit out of Shedeur yesterday.
They've been burying him the last fucking month because, and I think this is more so to do with Deion. Deion's got so much fucking faith in his kid that he keeps talking about him like he's the best thing in the world, and that, like GMs don't want that.
They don't, but it's his word against who's actually going out there for them, which is really bad. Like, that's a bad rep to get if you're letting somebody outside of who the player is be the end-all be-all for why you draft him.
Yeah, like, imagine if LeBron just sat there and did all this shit about Bronny. Well, and Bronny was playing how he is now. You know what I mean?
It's really not a fair rep. to give him. It's like the whole, what is it called? The ball thing, LeVar Ball.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I couldn't stand them anymore because of how bad he was. But it didn't reflect their play. They were still good, were they not?
Dude, he went 2 for 3. He went 2 for 3.
No,
That nigga went 3 for 3, nigga.
I mean, 2 for 3 in terms of basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what's his name bad. It's just
Let me really be honest. He technically went 3 for 3 because it's not like he didn't get all 3 of his sons UCLA
You know what's
full-time
crazy?
scholarships.
Hey, Taj, and that's a great example. He went 3 for 3. One of them actually decided to do a bad thing.
Literally fucked up his chance.
Right? So that's his fault, which is why you point at Shedeur and you're like, hold on, he hasn't necessarily done anything to give the. I mean, other than the, what is it? Because you pointed it out, the whole thing where he doesn't want to practice and what, or he doesn't want to do
He didn't want to do the combine workout, and he worked at his pro day. He just didn't run at his pro day.
That happens every year.
That would happen
every last year.
Bro, there are receivers that. Bro, there are receivers that cry, that say, "No, I'm not doing it. There's no point."
Literally, Caleb Williams last year didn't do it.
So that's why I'm like,
Travis don't really do nothing either.
Travis ain't do shit either.
He didn't. But guess what? This is what I mean every time I say, hey, everybody's just looking at traits. They could give a fuck less about how good the player was. Do you have the traits for me to take you this high?
Right, which, if what they're saying is true, fair play to them then. If he's all this
but you know why I hate that? Because guess who?
But look at Caleb.
Yes, wait. You know, I'll give you another quarterback who didn't have the traits, was just as cocky, but it's because he won more, but he also had way more talent. Nigga, Joe Burrow didn't have the talent, and we all knew it when he came out, but he was so fucking good his last year in college. Guess what? #1 overall pick.
That's true.
And his whole mantra is being his whole mantra is being Joe Shiesty, Joe Cool, being the cocky nigga. So that's not even.
But I don't even want to say Joe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's a take.
It can be a take, but let's be honest. Did we think Joe Burrow was that talented, or did we think that LSU team was one of the best college teams ever constructed?
I mean,
I didn't know who he was before that last season at LSU.
But you could have the talent. Is that his fault that they're that talented though?
I'm not saying that's his fault, but what I'm saying is that wait. What I'm saying is we can't then go and say, well, Shedeur Sanders can't have this same mentality with basically a completely worse roster. This nigga Joe Burrow had multiple players go in the first round. We're talking about a team that has one player who is going to go damn near in this entire draft beyond Shedeur Sanders and fucking Travis Hunter. That's ridiculous.
And mind you, most teams with a stacked team like that don't pan out to be good in the NFL. Like Mac Jones, who else doing shit?
Right, Mac Jones. Yeah. Let's go. Who else? We could go one more person, bro.
But remember, Mac Jones was highly touted too, with all that talent, and he flamed the fuck out.
I feel like if he would have went to any other team, bro.
Jimmy Garoppolo
Honestly,
too.
if you would have put him on the Niners, he would have gave you probably a better productivity than
he'd probably be Brock Purdy, but we'd be saying the exact same things right now. We don't believe in him.
I think he'd be better than Brock Purdy. Way better than Brock Purdy.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's as composed as Brock Purdy is in the pocket.
I don't know. I just don't like Mac Jones.
I don't know. Mac Jones showed so much potential in certain plays.
He did.
When he was a
Yo,
Patriot.
Mac Jones was amazing his first year, but you know what? Those problems were still prevalent. It's just the Patriots offense. People love to say it was a bad offense. No, it didn't have the weapons. It was a great offense, and it led to his skill set. That's why they had Jonnu Smith and I forget the other tight end. I don't think it was Gesicki. It was Hunter Henry. Like, you run 2 tight end sets with Kendrick Bourne, you could get something done with Mac Jones.
You know what's funny, Taj? I only remember that because of the AKAs. The tea party, the Hunter Henry, because I had them and they were tough. Different.
But you know, that's what I mean. Like, they did have that roster constructed right, and then tried to change it to show that Mac Jones was a true pocket presence quarterback when he wasn't that.
the funny thing is, I'm not a big fan of speaking back on Shadur. I'm not a big fan of the whole like. What's it called? I was like I said, I wasn't a big fan of LeVar when he did that with his kids. Like you let your kids say what they want. Don't force them into a situation. You know what I mean? Don't force them into something they can't back up. I think Shadur can back it up, but doing this in the NFL is so different than the NBA.
And now if he doesn't, also, it's like Dion looks like a retard, and
I don't disagree. That's why when people say, "Oh, the Giants or the Browns should take him," I actually get those two teams not touching him because the Browns have missed so much on quarterback it doesn't make sense, and the Giants regime. That they're kind of either they're out of here regardless, but if they don't hit on this pick, they're out of here.
Yeah, Brian Dable should have been fired already.
The regime. I don't even think it's Dable. I think it's their GM.
I think the whole regime is going to suffer though. That's the problem. Which is
because I actually like Dable.
I think Dable's a great coach. He's a great offensive mind. The problem is that whole regime is going to suffer.
Yeah. There was already rumors about him being fired.
I think if they didn't win that last game, they would have been in.
They'd be drafting Cam Ward, and there probably wouldn't be talks about this right now.
Which I'm glad. I'm glad that
even though, let me say this:
that's
you say that, but this might be the worst division for Cam Ward to go to from a defensive perspective.
Yes, but we did see Jaden Daniels.
So. We seen Jaden Daniels do great with the Washington roster who did everything to make sure he could do great.
Yes, but, I mean, because I feel like I'm biased on this. Are you not supposed to do that for your quarterback?
Yeah, but do you believe that the Giants would do that for their quarterback?
I don't want to end up, well, yeah, we haven't seen them do that in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. That's where my reservations are. Do you believe the Giants will actually do that? Because I don't even think...
They're doing it now, though. I mean, defensively.
They're making their team. They're making their team quote unquote defensively feasible, but the problem is, exactly, it's on paper.
Abdul, on paper they would have the best D line. You have a rising star in Abdul who has comparisons to who else? Micah Parsons.
But you know what? We said that last year. On paper, they had the best D line.
Yes, but that was us expecting Thibodeau to be that guy. He finally has help, quote unquote help.
But it's not like he wasn't good. He just wasn't the guy. And you know what? Why would he be? Because Brian Burns was already that type of guy.
He was a top 5 pick, was he not?
I get that. No. But what we're also not missing is that they overdrafted Kayvon Thibodeau, and we knew that.
At the time, did we though?
Yes, we did. Yes, we actually did.
I don't know.
You supposed to go late first or early second. Well,
like Kayvon Thibodeau's draft stock had fucking tanked at that point.
Was it the right choice? No, I don't think. Not at that time. But did I think he was going to be something? I did.
I truthfully did. I believe the only edge out that draft class that I had any faith in, other than fucking Aiden Hutch, was George Karlaftis. Yeah, I was fucking right on that. His production, but I also think if he went earlier, he'd be going to a team that would need his production a lot more.
Yeah. What time does it start? Like,
starts at 8.
For you,
to be fair, really, it starts at like 8:15 because you know the Titans are going to take fucking 20 minutes to draft the player we all know they're going to draft.
I remember when the Jags waited like, what was it? They waited the whole.
They waited the whole fucking clock to draft fucking Trayvon Walker and Trevor Lawrence.
Matter of fact, don't give if they take more than a minute to draft who they know they're going to draft. Take the pick away. Fuck it. So I'm tired of the Jags, man. I'm over it.
Like, damn, nigga. Can you wait all this time, hype this fuck, for me to just fucking...
Doug Peterson isn't a Jag anymore. I don't need it. I don't care.
Wait a second. Ass beat.
Elo, theoretically speaking, though, what player do you want if y'all don't take Cam Ward?
So what? That's their name's not Kim Ward. I don't want it. Can't draft a quarterback in the first round.
What do you want in the second?
A wide receiver of some sort.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think. I actually agree with him because even if they have Tyler Lockett, okay, it's Tyler Lockett, it's Chig, and it's Calvin Ridley.
I'm just playing with him.
Nah, but let's say it's a receiver. Like, nigga, I don't know if I don't really like any of the receivers that are gonna fall to the second if this goes the way it goes. Because you could be looking at like Jalen Noel or Eric. Fuck, I can't say that name. A.O. Elegman North.
I was only able to have one good game with this nigga. Now everybody keep double teaming.